Hey guys, a little late on this admittedly, but I saw it a few days ago. This is my review for Aquaman. Aquabro was an okay movie. It wasn't a shit DC movie, which was good. It wasn't as good as Wonder Woman, but it was certainly better than Justice League. It's done so well that it's so far surpassed Justice League and Suicide Squad for global box office, and it actually has the chance to make $1 billion. Anyways, Aquabro is okay. It follows pretty much every single stereotype in the superhero catalog. It does them visually well. James Wan definitely adds a visual flair to a story that he knows is bones basic. And he makes up for that with some pretty impressive fight scenes. There's a lot of this continuous camera movement. Like, for instance, the very beginning of the film, Nicole Kidman fights these Atlantean people inside this house, and you know that there's cuts, but the fluidness between the movements is so good because they have a massive budget that it works really well, and he uses this throughout the movie, and it doesn't get dry, which is something I was actually kind of worried that it would get a little boring doing this same kind of tactic over and over again, but it didn't. Jason Momoa is pretty good as Aqua Bro. You know that he's broing out throughout this whole movie. And he carries the film for sure. Amber Heard's okay. Their romance is so goddamn basic. Like, at one point, it actually did that whole stereotype bullshit where they accidentally hold hands, like it's a goddamn teenager movie, and they're like, yeah, that part was kind of stupid. The whole romance was so forced, but the visuals were really good. I actually liked seeing Patrick, what's his name? He's James Wan's homeboy in this movie. He plays Thor's half brother, and he actually isn't bad at first, and then he just goes stereotype bad dude. Like, his cause is justified at first, and then he just becomes a murderous tyrant. And that's something that I was a little bit upset about, because I like when there's a villain that's relatable. And they try to throw it back in at the end, but I'm like, nah, dude, you killed a fish dude, like, with no justification. So there's really nothing to his character other than basic stuff. Willem, I'm getting that right this time. Willem Dafoe is okay in it, but he's honestly just there. He teaches Jason Momoa through these really forced flashbacks, but he's just there. Otherwise, really, this movie is a visual spectacle. The visual effects in this film are fantastic. They are incredible to behold. I didn't see them in 3D, but man, I wish I did. I wish I saw this movie in IMAX, because it was pretty cool. It was a really visually stunning movie. Like, James Wan really made everything pretty interesting about this film. Like, the freaking seahorses look like war horses and all this other stuff. So he did what was necessary to make this character, this hero that's been shat on for like 5 decades, and actually cool and kind of relatable, but more so just a very inspirational superhero in terms of just fighting against all the haters and being a fish bro. So I liked Aquaman. It is not a spectacle film. If anything, it's very rudimentary. I think Black Mantra was a waste. A lot of people were saying that he's a really good part of the film. Honestly, his story is so goddamn basic and boring. His whole revenge scheme is because him and his father, who are pirates, like, at one point at the very beginning of the film, they're trying to take over this submarine. They murder almost all the dudes on it. And then at one point, his father is trapped underneath a torpedo or something as the submarine is filling up, and he's like, "Help me!" And Aquabro's like, "You murdered innocent people. The sea will judge you now." I'm like, "You're totally justified to do that, dude. Totally justified, because all the other henchmen are dead. So what makes this guy any different?" And then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get revenge on Aquaman." And he just turns into the most basic bitch villain ever. And I was really hoping Black Mantra would actually be something interesting, but he wasn't. And then they teased that bullshit at the end, and I was like, oh my god. Anyways, Aquaman is an okay time. It's a fun time. I would definitely say you should see it for the visual aspect, but wait for a Tuesday. So, in the end, I'm going to give Aquaman a 3 out of 7. And that is it, guys. That's probably the last movie I'll review for the year. I might try to see Bumblebee today, but I'm also going to try and do my best movies of 2018. I actually don't think I'm going to have a top 10 because, to be honest, there was a lot of odd movies this year. There was not good ones, there was not bad ones, but it was just it wasn't as a woo year as like 2017 or 2016 was. So I'll see what I do. But I'll be doing that and putting that up very soon. It's going to be super basic because I'm on the island, so I'm going to have to do it off my phone. So hope you guys are okay with that. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.